Hi everyone and welcome to this course. So today I will discuss IES light in this exterior. So let's continue. So as you know that I will go to render settings, and in render settings in common tab here you have the render option. So I just disabled this by unchecking it. If you check, it will enable. So I have just disabled it and I will just click this off, and what I will do, I will just go to the point light and will select the point light. I will move out here. Okay, as I will move here, press F for a better view. I'm moving at the top. So now as it moves, what we will do now, before going to the attribute editor, we will go to the render setting again, and here in the common tab we have enabled this default light. Going to the attribute editor, we'll go to the render settings, and after that what we will do, we'll go to the render using mental ray. Okay, so now if you go to mental ray and just check this again, is it disabled or not? Okay, fine. Now we'll go to indirect lighting, and in indirect lighting we just have both of them checked, global illumination and final gather. Okay, so we'll cut this, and now we'll press 7. For 7 we should have this view for the lighting, and after that we'll focus in this part only at first. So we'll go to attribute editor, and in attribute editor at first let's check the shadow. The shadow should be ray trace shadow. Okay, so we'll go to the shadow parameters and we'll go to the ray trace shadow. Okay, we'll not increase the intensity right now, we'll increase this later words. So now as the shadow is on, which is ray trace shadow. Okay, now what we will do, we will just go to the here light profile. So in light profile we have this checker box, and after that it will ask you to just upload the IES light. The format is IES. Okay, fine. We'll click over here and we'll go to the desktop, and here we have the IES. So we have this light open, and now what happens if I just go to the render settings again, because we are doing the testing. So we'll go to common, and in common we have the HD, so we'll change to 640 for it is fine, and we'll have a test render. As you can see, we have just put a simple light in the background, which is obviously a physical sun and sky. And as you can see, is it operating or not? Let's have a look. Yeah, it has, but the intensity is quite low, so we'll change the intensity, and afterward we'll just have a test render again. So what I will do, I'll select the light and just go to attribute editor, and we'll change the intensity to around 7. Let's have a look. As you can see, now it's forming here. So here you can see the light which is forming, and if you increase the intensity more, directly it will affect your light. So we'll change the intensity again. So as you can see, it's forming. Okay, now we'll increase the intensity to 25, I think that would be fine. And if you see your render view, it is a very different render. Yeah, the render output would be very different as compared to this one. As you can see, all the things is getting burned, but it doesn't happen in your render. Okay, so as you can see, the background, you can use the physical sun and sky. So we have used the physical sun and sky, and also you can have the lighting like this, because we just have to focus in the particular parts, so that you may have the idea about the IES lights and all. Okay, so we'll just have a look at the lighting. And okay, as you can see, it's acting quite well. And if you want to change the color, definitely you can. You have the freedom to change the color, or you have the freedom to increase the intensity also. So if you just, I will increase intensity by 35, and what I will do, let's see, 35, okay, fine, and we'll duplicate this particular light to here. But as we have discussed that if you duplicate any light, the light property, light profile will never been copied. So we'll copy it again, and we'll put some other IES light. So we'll just select this one, and if I just select this light only, and if I go to attribute editor and the intensity, okay, fine, let's have a look. Hope it looked well. So as you can see, this parts inside it you can put everywhere. If you need, then you can just have a normal lighting and just put it the IES light, because without having normal light you can put IES light, it will look not good, because a little bit of environment light will also be there, then it will just produce a good result. Okay, as you can see, both of them light are different, so the shape is also different. So you can just put the shape according to your need, as I have put it over like this shape. As you can see, it's bouncing quite well, because it has the depth and it has the detail. Now it's bouncing quite well. As you can see, this area, especially this position, this part, it's bouncing the light in a good way. And by this you can have the changing into the settings, and after that you can tweak your light quite well, and just put the light over here so that it may bounce or very well. And okay, so the position of the light is also very important. Okay, so I will press 5 and just Control D8, we'll just move it somehow over here, and we'll put it here, and we'll select this part, we'll put it somehow over here. Okay, as we have discussed that the light profile will not copied, so we'll just copy the same. So in this time I just use the 3 lobe umbrella, and we'll change the intensity at first. Let's see, is it 35? Okay, fine, we'll duplicate this, Control D, move it here, light profile, umbrella, Control D, light profile, umbrella, and have a look. As you can see, it's not affecting your environment, and it's only affecting the model, because the light, the property of light has changed. So as you can see, it's bouncing quite well at the top. If you just increase the gap between the gap, yeah, if you increase the gap between the light and the object, then it will bounce quite well. But if you increase very much, the light will just fade off. Okay, so we'll increase accordingly, so that would be fine. And we'll check it. So you can put all the lights in the pillar like this. That will look quite well. And for supporting, you can have area light or even the normal spotlight, so like this way. Okay, so what I will do, I will just select this, and especially the 3 on, and we'll move little bit further. Okay, and what I will do, I will just select one of them, Control D, and we'll put here. Okay, and light profile, IES light, umbrella would be fine. If you duplicate it, Control D, cut. If you duplicate it, Control D, again you have to just paste the information data of the light. Control D. So the spacing between the light and the object is very important. If your light is nearby the object, then it will just produce a small structure. But if your light have some amount of gap, then it can be spread. But if you just move your light far away from your object, it will vanish. Okay, so make sure that you will have to look all of them. Okay, so let's have a look. As you can see, it is working quite well. Here you have the lights, and this is basically the plane, the box which we have created for the ground. So if you want to delete the background light and just change and have little bit of dullness, you can do it well. And you have the lights which is bouncing quite well. Okay, so make sure that you're saving a new version, and we'll save it to. Okay, so if you want to change the color of the background, you can do it well. And make sure that whenever you are lighting anything inside Maya, you may have at least to just make sure that you just have to check out your intensity level. That would be very important. If you check your intensity level, that would be very fine. Okay, so that's very important to check your intensity level. And if you want to delete the background light, you can do it well. To go to the render settings and all, you have to just delete the physical sun and sky. And you can also use these lights instead of having physical sun and sky, like area light, spotlight, or even point light, the directional light and all. Okay, so we'll just delete this and we'll create it again, and we'll off this. We'll go to the display tab, window. In outliner we have the sun direct. So if you select all the lights and Control G to have a group, and we have the sunlight which is here, we just grab this and we'll just increase the size, and also will rotate it slightly. We'll focus in this part. Let's have a look. As you can see that the result is bouncing quite well. If you focus in this part, you can have the good view, and if you want to change the direction, you can just have a look now. So have a look. As you can see, we have just focused in only in one part, and the bounciness, the detail, and the look is quite fine. As you can see here also, it's quite looking amazing. And also we have the dull sun. So if you have a look at your model, you can have a good result by having the lights all over across your model. To just work to set the lights like one by one. So that would look much more effective if you can just put the lights in the window and nearby the window or the gate. So it will produce a good result. So hope you understand the concept of IES lights. And okay, so we will move further. So you will have a practice, and you can practice in this model card, and you can practice in this type of model if you want to practice. And also you just have to put the light and just play with the intensity. If you copy a particular light, you have to just go to its property panel and just increase the intensity, plus you have to just go to its light shape, light profile, and just put the IES light. So that would help. And also you can download the IES light for free from net and have work for the same card and can work for the same. So hope you enjoyed this session, and let's meet to the next session.
Hope you understand the same. Let's meet to the next session.